Welcome back, everyone. We are following breaking news of an earthquake that has happened in Nevada. Now, the reports from the USGS initially had this happening in Nevada, right, over the line with California. If you look at the USGS website now, Mike, as I just mentioned to you during the commercial break, it's not showing on there right now, but there are reports coming into our newsroom of people in Calaveras County in the foothills saying they did feel remnants of this earthquake this morning.
Yeah, so the preliminary reading was a 5.9 earthquake. This is just east of Dayton, south of Reno, right there. You see it right there on the map. This happened around 8:06 according to USGS. And again, with these preliminary readings, oftentimes they get adjusted, but really, we don't, all we know is right now, we don't know if there's any damage at this point. But for more on this, let's get on over to meteorologist Tamara Berg as well. Just what can you tell from this reading so far, Tamara?
Yeah, I'm looking at all the USGS information right now, and usually when we look at an earthquake, we look at two big features, and the factor is, of course, the magnitude, which, as you guys have been mentioning, that is subject to change. Currently, though, as of 8:06 our time, 5.9 is the magnitude reading that it has, but again, that can be modified and adjusted. The other thing that I look at, especially in terms of the magnitude, is also the depth of the earthquake, and this earthquake had a depth of 8 kilometers. Now, when you look at that on a scale, that does deem it more of a shallow type of earthquake, and it's typically, and historically speaking, that the shallower the earthquake, the more damage it can cause, or the more intense you can get in terms of the shaking. So it's been interesting to look here at the shake map as well from the USGS, because they have been reporting, for folks that are even into the foothills, the El Dorado County, Calaveras County, areas of Amador County, you've been calling our newsroom and telling us that you felt the shaking, and I'm not surprised about that. Also, anytime an earthquake jogs over that 4.0 magnitude, that's typically when you start to see potential for even some damage. I would not be surprised if we do start to get into some of the local stores and things like that that have the cameras that will show that shaking potentially, especially if the magnitude holds at that 5.9. Again, this just happening at 8:06 a.m. Just outside of the town of Dayton, across the state line there in Nevada. I'm also looking for any aftershocks, and as I refresh the USGS page, currently I'm not seeing any widespread aftershocks, and again, they will continue to update the information as we get it in. But I would not be surprised if we do start to get in videos of potentially some shaking and potential for some isolated damages possible, not only into the area of Nevada, but also into areas here along the foothills, as that shake map actually does extend into parts of the foothills and parts of the Sierra. So again, if you have any of those videos or pictures and can safely do it, send those to us in the newsroom, and also we'll continue to report on this as we get more information in. For now, I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, Tamara, and we are going to continue also looking at the USGS map as well. And, Mike, I've just kind of been scouring some other websites, too. I mean, obviously, USGS is the source and how we, kind of look at these earthquakes. But I am noticing that there was also an earthquake reported about an hour ago, so about 7 a.m., a magnitude 2 earthquake near Bakersfield. So, again, we do know that aftershocks are possible. We know that sometimes, they tend to happen in different places within a geographic area. So again,
and within a time frame.
Yes,
as well.
within the certain time frame for sure. So I see that one has happened, and then again we've reported the one that happened in Nevada. And we were at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, and I started to get the shake alert message on my phone saying, "Hey, be alert." Earthquake safety information, an estimate magnitude of 5.9, earthquake 115 miles away, happening at 8:06. And then one of the other things about this app and the alert that I received, which I'm sure many of our viewers received as well, it also talks about safety, right? So staying safe after an earthquake. It's saying, get your shoes before you go anywhere, check gas. If you smell gas, turn the gas off to the main building, evacuate if you can't, avoid damage, check for cracks and for damage. So all very good reminders, no matter where you are, that when you do get this alert, it is very important to heed the warning.
So again, within the last 15 minutes rather, a 5.9 earthquake registered just east of Dayton, Nevada will continue to follow this after the break.